why did you decide to create an exercise habit?
Because I had my second child, and like all mums, you get a little unhappy with the body you get after it. And I had one parent say to me that that's just the way it is. You know, that's what happens. You have a child, that's your body, you live with it,
Yeah,
move
and
on.
you let go.
You accept that you'll never be able to change it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I basically thought, screw that.
Yeah.
So then I started the gym, and then I got addicted, I think, to the feeling you get after exercise, all that happy endorphins, that's it, and all that thrill and rush. And then I got addicted to the me time, and being away from the kids and the problems of the world, and I don't know, again, that rush, I guess.
Yep.
And it just kind of took off from there.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. So for stress relief?
Yep.
And
definitely stress.
Escape a little bit and to have some me time.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And what's different about your training compared to before you started with us?
Well, there's not as much of it now as what there used to be.
Yeah.
I remember I was doing twice a day for a good 4 or 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Now it's a lot more focused. It's a lot more. It's hard to explain. It's different. It's different. What you guys have to what I was doing is.
So paint a picture for people that don't really know what you were doing. So you said before that you were doing twice a week, twice a day sometimes. Yeah. So you were doing exercise classes or
a bit of both.
Yeah.
So I did. You get up Monday morning and you do a class. Then Monday afternoon I'd do another class. Tuesday morning I would do weights. Tuesday afternoon I do a class.
Yep.
And these classes are not, they're not like yoga classes. They are your 30 minutes, until you puke kind of classes.
Yep.
So
it was 30 minutes, or sometimes they were out?
Sometimes it's 45. So the next one, Wednesday mornings, are the ones that I taught, and they were 45.
Yep.
And then sometimes I'd have to go in actually Tuesday during the day as well to teach. And that's, again, 45 minutes. And then Wednesday afternoon it'd be off. Thursday morning I'd be back on. Thursday afternoon it'd be again, and Friday morning.
Cool. So take us back to when your life was like that. How did that affect your life? Did it affect your life in a positive way or in a negative way?
Ooh, bit of both.
Yeah.
Positive in the sense that it was a nice mental stress relief. I think that's what I was hanging on to the most. I remember when I came to you guys, and you never said that I was doing too much, but you
figured it out.
Yeah, I figured it out pretty much. Yeah, and I was very hesitant to let it go because of the stress relief that it gives me and the help with my mental state, I guess. So on that side of things, it was good for that. But on the other hand, I was always tired. I was always exhausted. I pretty much always sore because you do so many classes and weights that you don't recover. So it's just one after the other, and always sick. I seem to catch every sickness that my child caught, or children, I should say now. And it's like you couldn't catch a break. Yeah. And then it would affect your mental state, and then so you'd go back to do more.
Yeah, try and
to escape life.
The stress relief.
Pretty much stress relief, and it'd just be this vicious circle.
Yeah, so you're like a hamster running on the wheel.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
going round and round in circles
and getting nowhere.
Yeah,
and the weight doesn't shift or anything like that. You just go round and round and round.
Yeah, and never actually getting a result.
Yeah.
So fast forward to now. And what you're doing compared to then, how has that affected you in a positive way or in a negative way?
Well, I won't lie, it was hard to start with.
Yeah.
I think last year was a mental battle more than anything.
Why do you think it was a mental battle?
Well, Well, moving gyms.
Yep.
Doesn't, you know, I think because I made the choice to go to you guys on my own for myself.
Yep.
And pretty much everyone, even people in my circle, were a little hesitant about it.
Yep. Put up some resistance.
Yep. And I thought, no, screw it. You know, where I am isn't working. I'm going to take the leap and just do it. I figured at the end of the year, if it doesn't work, then I'll shuffle back and deal with all the guilt and crap that comes with that later. Yeah,
that's future Ruth's problem.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Poor future Ruth. Lost where I'm up to.
So, doing it, when you changed exercising, the way that you're exercising now, did it change you?
Right.
Was it a positive or a negative effect? It was hard for you at first. Yep. So then you thought you're just going to dive right in.
Yeah, it got better when my buddy came over. That I think once she came over, it was sort of like there was no guilt left. By leaving her at the other gym, I felt like I dropped her fitness.
Yeah.
So
you were torn between.
Yeah, pretty much between doing what I thought for me anyway was
the
right
thing. Yeah.
and then what I thought I should be doing for her.
Yes.
So it's a bit of a
double-edged,
Tissues
tissues
there
on
I'm gonna need
purpose.
tissues. Oh golly.
So in terms of you slowing down, so when you came to us, you did start to slow down, even though we never made you, but we just gave you the information.
You're clever about that.
Yeah.
Kudos.
Yeah. Because we don't make anybody do anything.
No.
We give you the information and then it's yours to decide.
Even
But
when
you
I
could-
went hunting for you guys to tell me to slow down and you still didn't do it and I went, oh.
Yeah, that's right. So we teach you how to make your own choices, right?
Yeah, kudos.
Provide you with the information. So you did actually slow right down, and your exercise hours, would they have dropped how much?
Oh, well,
How
let's
much
see if
cardio
there
do you
was
think you were doing before?
one day I did mornings with you guys, so 30 minutes? And then I'd go teach a class, that's 45 minutes. Then I'd go do the 30-minute vomit class at the end of the day. So that's dropped at, just over an hour.
How many points of exercise are you doing now?
Around 12.
Yeah, around 12 points of exercise.
I was way above that. Because then if you count all the...
Yeah, I think you're only doing like an hour and a half, and I think you're only doing 2 hours of exercise per week now, compared to how many hours of exercise do you think you were doing back then?
A lot.
Probably like 9 or something.
Yeah. I had
9?
my life at the gym for a bit there,
And then so that leaves a lot of space in your head.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And so would you say that that space was kind of like a point where you had to see what was the underlying cause of the stress and mental health and all that sort of thing, rather than masking it with exercise?
Yeah, I thought that it was exercise, and I thought, oh, it's food.
Yep.
You know, so I thought by coming to you guys and doing your version of exercise and the food, that, you know, it would sort itself out and I could ignore what I think deep down I always knew it was going to be, but hoping that it wasn't.
So would you agree that it's not actually safe or healthy for you to mask and putting a band-aid over it with exercise?
No.
So exercise is healthy, right?
Yes.
And then they say that, you know, for stress relief, go and exercise.
But too much is dangerous.
Too much, can be quite dangerous, and it then can be. And the only reason why I'm talking like this is because I've done it too. I was there before you, and then you were there. So we band-aid it, we put a band-aid over it, and we go there and we escape, and for an hour or a couple of hours, and then it becomes more hours and more hours.
Yeah,
we're putting the band-aid over
it.
Yeah, we're putting the band-aid over it, we're putting the band-aid over it, and then, when we stop, it all comes
crashes,
back. It all comes back. So
then you go back to the gym to try and escape it again.
Yeah, and then the hamster wheel.
Yeah.
So, moving on from that, would you say it's positive now? What sort of benefits?
Yes, I would say it's helped a lot with my mental state.
Yes.
I wouldn't have said this last year.
No.
But this year, the more I realise that my issue is not, unfortunately, my fitness or my food.
Yep.
And it is the other things, and you try and focus on the other things, I find that the more I focus on and the more I try and fix them, the more I can see a difference, that it is. So when you focus on something and you try and fix it, and even if it doesn't fix it per se straight away, but you can still feel
the shift.
That's it.
The shift. Yes.
There you go.
Absolutely.
You get my rambling shift.
Yeah, I get you. So, what benefits would you have to say about cutting your exercise down and training like this compared to what you were training before? Not just so you got your mental health.
Mm-hmm.
What else has changed?
Time with the kids.
Yep. More time with the kids.
More time with the kids.
Yep. More time with your precious family. Huge. What about the other thing that you mentioned that you kept happening while you were overtraining?
The sickness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you say that you don't really get sick anymore?
No. Well, so far this year I haven't been sick.
Yeah.
And that's a first in a few years.
Yeah.
I would have already caught something by now.
And there was a time where
Yeah.
you were just constantly sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when my body gets run down, you get all the cold sores and the ear infections. And at the moment, it gets run down, but it hasn't gotten there yet. So for me, that's a big...
Because you're actually
flip.
giving it time to recover.
Yeah.
So rest is just as important as your workout.
Yeah. That, and I'm learning my triggers.
Yeah.
So when it starts to get too much,
Yeah.
to slowly go no and pull back.
Good gal. Love it. All right. So you're already in pretty good shape.
Thank you. I'll take that.
And you were already into, healthy eating, per se, when you came to us. What would be 2 major things Metabolic Precision has taught you?
To relax.
Just fucking relax.
It's true.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, no, to relax.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest at the moment. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's the one that I'm learning or
Just
trying
to relax,
learn.
so you are what you consistently do.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, from someone who's done cleanses, done the counting
Yeah.
of the foods, done the quitting of the sugar. Like there were days when on the sugar you don't eat fruit, so you eat maybe 1 piece of fruit if that a day. Where now,
Yeah, that's right.
I love my
fruit.
fruit.
Is your is your world. Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen. Yeah.
There's no restricting.
Yeah, no, there's none of that, and it's a lot more simple than what people think it really is. I don't think I've cooked from the Cook Bible in a while. I'm
Yeah.
not a recipe person; it just takes too long.
Yeah.
But once you learn the basics,
Yeah.
it's just so damn easy.
Yeah.
It's-
So would you say it's common sense?
Yes, yeah, pretty much, yeah. If
Yeah.
you thought about it long enough, yeah.
And that's what I found too. Like
Yeah.
when I came into it, I was like, it just makes sense,
Yeah.
and it is simple.
That's it.
Yeah.
It took all of last year to get my head around a couple of things, like the sugar and that. Things that I had previously learnt from other fads,
Yep.
diets, whatever you want to call them,
Yeah.
to try and turn around and go, no, that wasn't right, and to flip it kind of thing. That took a little bit,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it's
Awesome. So to relax a
not-
bit and common sense.
pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Great. So, what has been your biggest habit holding you back this far from your journey?
She says with such a smile. Well,
Where do we begin?
I thought it was sleep.
Yep.
That led us to the stress. So stress was causing no sleep.
Yep.
So then, I guess we went hunting from there, didn't we? And we went hunting for the source of stress. Yes.
We dug a little
many
deeper
tears, many emotional
Yeah.
sessions. Now I would put it down to, I guess, a few things. My anxiety,
Mhm.
not being able to say no,
Yep.
which causes stress.
Yep.
Because I don't want to do it, but I can't say no to people.
So doing too much focusing on too much and not
Focusing
achieving.
on everybody else,
Yeah.
rather than me. You know,
Yeah.
like when they'd ask me to come in and work, or they'd ask me to do, you know, without naming any names, do
Yeah.
stuff or something,
Yeah,
and you know, I didn't say no.
yeah.
I just, you know,
You
'cause
didn't do
they
what was
needed
right
me.
for you
Yeah.
at that time.
Even if it cost spending time with the kids or doing something with the kids, that would be sacrificed because I couldn't say no to the other people.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, which then lights up the anxiety, and the nerves and the all of that, the mental, and then that's the other one would be my mental battle.
Yeah. And in terms of you trying to do everything for everybody else and focusing on so much, would you say that your habit is, what would you say that your habit is holding you back? Are you trying to focus on too much?
Maybe
So let's talk about your food, right?
Yeah.
So you eat healthy.
Yeah.
You know how to eat, and
Yeah.
you know how to exercise now. And you know, at one stage you were trying to be too perfect,
yeah.
weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
well,
then
you know, I like my gold stars, me, and my
You
ticks.
like your
I don't
green
like
ticks.
my crosses.
crosses. Yeah. So can that be a good thing and a bad thing? Can't it?
Yeah,
It's a good thing that you want to get everything right, but it's also
it's not hard to get it right.
Mhm.
People probably hate me for saying that, but for me, it wasn't, because it's one thing I can control.
Yes. Yeah.
And so I think that's why it's so hard to let go of it
Yeah.
and pull it back
And
and
relax.
relax and have
Yeah.
the off meal or something,
Yeah.
or not feel guilty for having it.
Yeah.
Because it's, you know, when your world is falling apart and the only thing you can control is your nutrition.
Yeah.
Even when in your fitness you're not moving anywhere and you feel like you've hit a wall again, the only thing you can control is
what you eat.
is what you eat.
Yeah.
So if I can control that, then I feel like I have some form of control.
Yeah.
And it's not a complete.
So you did focus really hard on
I
being
do.
100% and being perfect.
I still do.
So I'll tell you guys that I told Ruthie to relax and go and have an off meal. And if the events come up, birthday parties or weddings, like life in general comes up, I don't want you to feel like you have to miss out, because she has got really good staples and is really consistent with her nutrition. So I told her, go and eat the cake. Which I know that when I say go and eat the cake to Ruth, that doesn't mean that she's going to eat the cake every
not a
goddamn
cake.
day.
Not a cake.
No. Well, okay.
Give me a burger or
Okay.
something. Yeah,
Go and eat a burger,
carbs,
right?
Right? You got to do carbs, not sugar.
Okay. So if I say to her, go and eat a burger, I know that she's not going to eat a burger every day. So she's going to go and plan it. She's going to go and have that burger. She's going to enjoy it with her family or her husband or whatever, right?
Yeah.
In saying that, since doing that, she's lost 4 centimeters around her waist. Last time we measured her. So she eats burgers and she loses.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Sure didn't.
Cool. So focusing on less to achieve more, I think,
Yeah.
and also you're focused on not being perfect and getting everything right.
Yeah.